Lois tells Clark that she and Chrissy plan to do a deep dive into the Inverse Society. Superman faces opposition from Anderson. Hello, everyone. I'm Steve from Valhartv, and today I'll be reviewing Superman and Lois, Episode 6. So this week opens up with Bizarro Superman going to the DoD to confront Allie. So we really get to see where he's from, like his world. And it's really kind of weird because of what he has to do to kind of get his powers. Even though, like, it looks like everything's tinted red there. So I'm very interested to see what that's all about if they actually go into it. But this was a great opening sequence, and the song actually was really good too. I actually liked that. We get a fight scene at the DoD, and I thought this was really good because we see that he's not super powerful. And when we see the super that he has to go up against, I was kind of like, wait, what? Really? That's the opposite person? You know, or the person's opposite version on that world? I was like, wow, that's kind of cool. I kind of like how they're bringing that person in a little more now. So between this episode and last episode, we finally get to see what the inverse method kind of really is. I mean, kind of is, I should say, not really. It's basically like merging with your opposite self from this, I don't know if you want to call it bizarro world or what it is, but it seems like everybody is the same looking except for Superman. So I'm really interested to see why that is. You know, but this is kind of a really cool idea that they're putting on this Bizarro spinoff, you know? Because Bizarro's been done plenty of times, including in Supergirl. But I think this take on it is really kind of neat, you know what I mean? Because they're bringing in a regular person that's caused all this, or at least taken over his world, and I really like that part. So then we get to Lois and Lucy. Now, Sam brings Lucy over because he's trying to get them to work things out so he can have his daughters back because they're always fighting and at each other's throats, you know. And Lucy, like, after a while, you know, everything goes well. And she's talking football with John and Jordan, you know, and everything's going well until the football game. And then they bring up Allie. And this is where Lois is stubborn, and she's like, Allie's bad, I'm right, you're wrong. And Lucy does call her out on it. She's like, I can't stand the fact that you're always right and everybody else is wrong. She's like, I can't be around that. Which, you know, she has a point. You can't always be right, you know. And Lois really needs to find a way to open her eyes up, I think, to show her what is really going on. But at the same time, she knows more than she can say because she's married to Superman, you know, and even Sam was the same way. When he was at the DoD, he knew the secret, but he couldn't say anything or do anything really because of the fact that he knew the Clark's identity, you know what I mean? So this was really good. So without really revealing that, I'm wondering what's going to happen, you know, but I also am wondering if Allie or if Lucy's going to really start to maybe take a look more at Allie because Allie did drug Chrissy to show her the inverse method, so to speak. So I'm wondering if that's going to kind of get her to think about stuff. But then we get to Jordan, who ends up finding out about the X-Kryptonite inhalers. And he confronts John about it. And this was really good because we really kind of get to see how John's been feeling all this time from like season 1 and now, you know, where he feels he deserves powers too, and he feels left out. And he actually kind of says that, you know, there's a line he says in it that I'm finally getting what I deserve, you know, and it's like, dang, you know, tell us how you really feel, you know what I mean? It's like, wow, this poor kid, you know, he goes from being a star athlete to being basically on the bench to his brother getting powers and him not getting anything, you know, and that would make anybody, I feel like that would make anybody really feel bad and left out, you know. So now that he's starting to develop powers, but again, are they true Kryptonian powers like his brother? It doesn't look like it to me. With the way they do the coloring of the eyes, they're not like stark red, like, you know, like Jonathan and Clark's. So I'm wondering what it really is going to do to him in the long run, you know, because he is half Kryptonian. And then we get to Anderson. Anderson is not doing well at the DOD. His superior officer is there, and she is literally berating him about him being there for like 6 months, and he's ruined their relationship with Superman and everything like that. And he's getting super desperate. You can tell he's all nervous and agitated and just getting really paranoid about Superman. And he needs to find the other Superman and bring him in because they're going to execute him for, you know, deleting two of their soldiers that were supers, you know. And it's like, listen, you know, that's going to happen. It's a casualty, you know. But at the same time, it is his fault. It really is, because he doesn't need to be in opposition with Superman. He really doesn't need to be that way. But he is, because now he's feeling like he can't trust Superman. And that leads me into my hat goes off to him in this one. And in this episode, it's Anderson for acting. He played a really good bad guy in this. And the fact that, again, he's paranoid, and the decision he comes up with to, you know, like to not trust Superman and bring him in, or, you know, take care of him, basically, I thought was really very interesting and a poor choice. I mean, this guy's literally something else. But that's exactly what his character is supposed to be like, I feel. And that's really good, because that's a really good character to have. Because you don't always need people who are just agreeing with you or just outright hostile. You know, he's trying to do the right thing for his country, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. But the way he's going about everything, there is something wrong with that. And this episode ends with Superman taking an unexpected trip to go see his brother. Can't wait to see what happens there. So this episode was really good. It honestly was. It was one of their better episodes. We start off and get to see the other world where Bizarro comes from. And I really can't wait to see what happens with John. You know, especially now that Jordan knows that he's taking a drug to get these powers. So I'm really interested in that, and I really want to see what happens with Superman again. Again, is he going to get along with his brother or not? I really can't wait to see that. You know, and again, I really do want to see what Lucy's going to do now that she knows that Chrissy was drugged and stuff by Allie. So I really can't wait to see next episode. I would give this an easy 8.5 out of 10. This was a really good episode. If you guys like what I do, please hit the like button and subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Take care for now, everyone.